Hey there, comic book fans. I'm back from the comic shop again today. 6 new comics. I think they're all from my... No, I pulled one off the shelf. But first we'll start off with my top of the printer museum covers of the week. We got House of Mystery 221, a Bernie Wrightson cover. Always good to have some Bernie Wrightson sitting around. And a Terry Moore, Strangers in Paradise. What issue is this? 25. Nice little cute beach scene playing with dolls. So I had these two out on my top of my printer all week so I could look at them. Well, not quite all week since I did my last comic book haul video on Saturday. So the other ones were there for an extra couple of days, and these ones came on. Now let's see what comics I got. Oh, Bad Idea is back. Some comics I worked on. You can see my name in the back credits under production. Let's check this. Let's check the varnish. Yeah, the varnish looks pretty good. This is a weekly comic. Orc Island, 4 issues. Got all 4 issues to the printer already. So all 4 issues will be out in time. Some nice artwork in this one. Who's doing the artwork? Alberto Ponticelli. Joshua Dysart is writing it. Pretty nice stuff. These Bad Idea comics are expensive. What is this one? $8? $8 for... Is this one 40 pages? Can't remember. Some of them are 32, some of them are 40. I think this one might be 40 pager. I'm not 100% sure. There's usually a B-side, as they call them at... there we go. Bad Idea Arc Story B-side, as they call the backup stories. But there's number 1 of that and the first issue of Escape from Wyoming, which I think is another 4-issue one, but it's not weekly. Just getting out issue 2 right now. Let me check the varnish on this one. Yeah, there it is. This one's got mostly varnish on it. It's only little areas that aren't varnish. And there's varnish on the Bad Idea logo on the back. You can just see it reflecting. That's the varnish. You can see if we get... Yeah. Well, that whole... Oh, there we go. Now we can see where the varnish is. And this matte area, there's no varnish. This one is by Robert Venditti, George Monlongo. Okay, and then Powder Day is the B-side. I think this one's a 40-pager. I can feel it's thicker than the other one. In the back, there's a... Powder Day is a black and white story that takes place in the snow. But yeah, they're calling this Bad Idea 2, getting some books out. So they're the first 2, Orc Island and Escape from Wyoming. Then this is the one I pulled off the shelf. Number 1, something from Mad Cave, which if you've been watching our Friday night show, we've been talking about who they are, what do they publish, because, they recently bought Paper Cuts and hired Mike Martz away from Aftershock as their president, editor, whatever it is. I'm like, I've never read any of Mad Cave comics. So this one was out, Nature's Labyrinth. I kind of liked that cover, but oversaturated. It's got waves in it. How is it oversaturated? Oh, it might be the black on the back is a rich black. That annoys the hell out of me when there are waves in my comics. That's bad production, but that's kind of the way things go in comics these days. They use Photoshop's default black when they shouldn't. But you can't get people to do things the right way quite often. Then we've got Time Before Time, issue number 18. That's only a little wavy. These self-covered ones are the most wavy because the comic is as thin. The paper of the cover is as thin as the inside comic. Been enjoying this time travel gangster story. 18 issues now. Rory McConville, Declan Shalvey are the writers. And who's drawing this one now? Lauren Knight is the artist. Chris O'Halloran, the colorist. Hassan Atsame Elaho is the letterer. There we go. Been enjoying that one for 17 issues now. I'm sure the 18th will be good. Then another Declan Shalvey one. I wasn't too fond of the first issue of this, but since I didn't have a ton on my pull list this week, I said, let's sample a second issue, because I like his stuff. But the first issue, was a story of an old spy, and there was time jumps in it, flashbacks that didn't quite make sense story-wise to me, and I just ended up being confused at the end of it. So I figured, but I'd give the second issue another chance because I like his artwork. So what the heck? Here's the second issue. Is this a Image one? Yes, it's an Image one. There's an Image logo way over there. Then let's see. The last comic I got is The Great Gatsby #6. I looked at this cover and was like, what the heck is that? And I think there's a scene in Gatsby where a woman gets hit by a car. And I think that's the headlight of the car with her reflection in it. Not saying it's my favorite cover. Let's see if there's other covers in the back here. Sometimes they put the other... I don't see the other covers in the back, but I think this has got another... Oh, that's in the front. There's usually there's that cover and then the specialty cover kind of thing. But I didn't even see the specialty cover in my store. But I've been enjoying... Matter of fact, I want to show you. I got an illustrated copy of The Great Gatsby, a new one that came out. I've been getting some digital illustrated copies of The Great Gatsby because I'm working on my own illustrated Great Gatsby version I've shown before. But this is and I've seen some digital illustrated ones that are really not that good. This one is nice. This is by who does it? Anna and Elena Balbuso. They're twins. I think they're Italian. There's a picture of them in here somewhere. So they did this really nice illustrated, very expensive book too. I think it goes $100, but on Amazon it was $80, and then I had like $45 worth of credit card points, so I got it for around $30. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gotten it. Nice slip cover. It's about 9.5 by 12.5. And there's the end paper. Some pretty good illustrations in it. Like I said, this is one of the better. Let me open up one of the good. Where's an illustration? There's what the general text looks like too, with some illustration near it. Those two giant eyes. There's a nice illustration right there. Little double pager. Let's see what else we got in here. There's usually a little sort of chapter heading illustration, which is sort of like this, like the beginning one. There was a nice one in the back too. Artist, it also came with, this is falling out. There's the illustration, and it came with a print, which is the same as that last illustration, but with a fifth color on it. It's got that metallic text on it. So that was cool that it came with a print. I didn't even realize it was going to. But there it is. Not the thickest paper print either. Probably the same paper that's in here. But nice book. There's one of the sort of decorative illustrations on the chapter opening. So I'm glad I got this. I'm glad I got it for a good price. But so far, this is the best of the Gatsby illustrated versions I've seen. Let me show you something I've done. What if I was worried? This is a strange one I was working on. Dreams of Things, number 159, where usually I've got giant faces everywhere. There's only one small face down here. Then this dreamy rocket ship up here with this strange background. Sometimes I look at these and go, where did that come from? Where's that? Well, that's what I try to do. I try to make images like no one's ever seen before, including me. So sometimes I'm like, that is a weird image. But, I actually got a few more Gatsby things done. But almost. I got to make printouts of them. But that one goes along. But I'm going to publish those ones over on my Patreon. There's a link down below if you want to join that. I publish some more of my Gatsby stuff there, and I always put in progress shots of these dreams of things. I take photos of them as I'm making them, so you can see them as I add the color, and that's over on my Patreon. All right, some comics, some artwork, and you guys have a good week out there.